EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 82, 82, 280. 55, 5.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On play action, Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, he juked him. And this is Cook with a grab. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, Alpha. Mike 29. Got you.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator dialing that one up into great success?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Straight 15, straight 15. Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the safety creep. Flag, left 5-7. Watch twist.
On the ground, it's Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
5-9, 5-9. Hey, echo. Outside, solid. Grip.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Choose the mic. Check. 50, choose the mic. Push him back.
Hey, Delta.
50, choose the mic.
Hit it.
And an alley to run. And he lost the football. There he goes, Julian Edelman. Past the 20.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go, D.
Chopper.
Watch twist. Hey, alert 3.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They go play action here on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
He's checking. Scratch.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Go.
50 seconds to mine. They're going to need some therapy after this. Shoot.
81. Hey, shoot.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Ready, break.
50 seconds to Mike. Here we go.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey! Hey, orbit.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Check.
Now it's a Ajayi. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mike part 2, Mike part 2. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Now a look at the backup, Daniel. Daniel's got it, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Go! 60 outlaw.
54. Switch.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
On first down, Daniel. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Push them, travel. Bravo!
From the red zone now, Daniel. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And Lambeau will put this one through. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 26, check 26.
Go. Hit it.
On first and 10, Fitzgerald toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Set. 90, Wolf.
Ready? Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Hey, exit.
Forward out. Forward.
Hey, lock it.
Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come, come.
Shotgun snap for Daniel. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They start the drive with Cook. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 47 yards on the ground.
First down, Miami.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Solid, solid. Sunday. Hey, box drop, box drop.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check, 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm done.
Now a run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mike, 56.
Hey, I-7. Now.
A first down throw for Daniel. And he finds Howard complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
General West. Five. Get it.
On first down, it's Daniel. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Rush in. Mike 52, Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the block. Motion, block. Check. 30.
Hey, Delta.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Daniel. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Done. 180. Trade 15. Trade 15. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Hey, Charlie.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's got his man. That's Hardman. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now Wentz. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing his Wentz. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 15. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
On 1st down, Abdullah. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 13-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 down, 3 down. Kill. Hey. No. Check. Ram. What's up?
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Wentz to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Go! Hey, team 6.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.